Hi, my name's Mark Tilling and I'm a master chocolatier and pastry chef, and I'm here at the open weekend at Winchester Caravan site. I'm going to show you lots of different chocolate treats that you can do when you're away in your caravan. I'm going to show you some chocolate brownies with s'mores on the top. We're going to do some French toast. We're going to do some fried pancakes, fried donuts with lots of different toppings that you can do. I'm going to be using the Cadac barbecue outside and using lots of their different equipment and showing you lots of different techniques. So let's get started and make some really amazing chocolate treats. Right, so I'm going to make a chocolate brownie now, but with a slight difference. We're going to have some marshmallow and some cookies in the top, so almost like a brownie s'mores. But we're going to do this all in a plastic sealed bag. Okay, so really easy to do it when you're caravanning or out camping. First thing we're going to melt is the chocolate and the butter in the microwave. Okay, so that's nice and melted now, but we're going to leave it just to cool down for a few minutes. We don't want it too hot. While that's cooling, we're going to mix all the other ingredients. So in my Ziploc bag here, I've got my flour and my cocoa powder. And I'm going to put into that some sugar. And then into that, I'm going to put 1 egg. And we're going to close the bag up. And then we can give this a good old mix around. It just saves you a little bit on your washing up and makes it a little bit easier to work with. So make sure all those corners, you get all that flour, sugar, cocoa powder and egg mixed in like so. And then we're going to pop that back into the jug. We're going to open it up. And then we can pour in our cooled chocolate and butter. So we just pour that all the way in. The great thing is you can have this already in the bag, as in the flour, the cocoa powder and the sugar, before you go off camping. And then it's all ready just to add everything else. So now we're going to mix this around. Feels a bit funny, but it's really good fun. Make sure you got a well zipped bag, because you want anything to come out. Just like so. Just get into those corners, make sure all that powder is in. And then once it's mixed, we're just going to finish by adding some chocolate chips, and I've got some little caramel cubes there as well, so you can really go to town with anything that's bake stable in there. Pop those in. And there we go. So that's our mix already done. You can make that way beforehand. You could pop it in the fridge, and then you'll be ready to put it into your dishes. So I've got the little egg Cadac pans here, which are really good for doing little desserts in. We're going to give them a little bit of an oil on the base. I know they're non-stick, but it just helps a little bit with that. We're going to take our bag now. From one corner, we're just going to cut the edge off, like so. And then we can pour this into our pans. So this mix will make about 3 to 4 pans, depending on how much you like. So just level them out a little bit. Just like so. And then we're going to finish with some sort of cookies. I've got chocolate chip cookies here and some marshmallow on the top as well. So almost like a smalls brownie. And just put these in, poke them in a little bit as well. A little bit more marshmallow. There we go. Now we're ready to go on to the barbecue. Right. So I'm using the roasting pan here. It just keeps them off the heat from the bottom. We don't want to burn the bottoms of the brownies. We're going to place them on. And then I've got it on a very low heat and it's nicely warmed up. And we're going to make it almost like a little oven. And then we're going to pop the top on. And then we're going to give it about 20-25 minutes. And they should be nice and gooey inside. And you can serve it with ice cream or fresh cream, whatever you fancy. Wow, look at them. Nicely golden brown on the top there on those marshmallows. So be really careful, they're really hot. Now, these cooked about 20-25 minutes, but you might have to cook them a little bit longer. You'll see them bubbling up on the sides, that's pretty good. But we don't want to cook them all the way through. We still want to keep that nice gooey brownie in the center there. So we're going to let these cool down. So they'll be too hot to eat at the moment. So give them about 20 minutes to cool down and then we can serve them some vanilla ice cream. It'll be absolutely amazing. Right, let's put some ice cream on. Oh, look at that, amazing.
Well, there's no point having Mark here if you can't try it. Very nice.